Space is open to us now. We go into space.
I've been holding my action. It's time to go.
Welcome to our Dungeons & Dragons game, Up, and Away. I'm DM Steve, and we're the Dix in the Dark. And if you like this kind of D&D content, like live plays, people playing Dungeons & Dragons, smash that like button. Or just tap it. But only once. Share the stream, maybe subscribe, all that stuff. And, how you going, Dix? What's up, Garrett?
It's going. Pretty average day for me.
Dungeons Ann? How are you?
Hey. How
Yeah,
you
we know how
doing?
you are.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cameron?
Yo, I'm a little tired, but I've got some coffee and I'm gonna try my best.
Let's go. Jay, how are you?
I'm just, I don't know, peachy.
Yeah, sounds good. And Harro, happy birthday.
Thanks.
Yep. Happy birthday.
And I guess we're going to get started with some up, and away. Let me get over to the main game screen and see if Garrett would be willing to provide us with a vibe.
Of course.
$51. That's not bad. Actually, no, that's not good, is it?
No, yeah, I think higher is worse.
Yeah, I think we've established higher wasn't good. So, well, it makes sense. We're low energy tonight.
69 is the best, though.
A 69 would be a
It's
critical.
like a natural 20.
Exactly. Critical. Well, that actually might be a critical fail. Did we never got a 69 though, have we? We only got a 1.
Did we actually get a 1? I don't know if we've ever crit. Like, truly crit. But I guess I haven't been keeping track.
I feel like we did crit once, but maybe it wasn't on this one. It could have been we could have critted on a different game. I don't know. Anyway. Well, there's our vibe, and I guess that means that we're at the recap. So last time on Up, and Away.
Do we need to blur out Dan's shirt?
Dan's shirt? Why?
It's demonetized.
Demonetized because he has a Def Leppard shirt on? I don't think YouTube hates Def Leppard that much.
Their new song is really, really bad, though.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
I haven't heard their new song.
It's like called like 1979 or something like that. It's really bad.
Okay. That was really weird. I went to monitor the YouTube stream and it like looked real crazy. I don't know if that was just me or if that's actually what it looked
It's
like.
Dan's
But,
shirt.
yeah, it's messing us up. Anyway, like I said before, last time on Up, and Away, your characters, after making it to the Genger III, well, the GIII Saloon that you found was the actual Genger III, the starship that is the left arm of the Genger super robot. You're trying to, of course, get all the pieces of that. You only have 2 left, by the way. But after arriving here, finding that it was the Genger III, and that Fizz, though very sick, is still alive, there was some gunfire outside, which initiated combat. There's a big gunfight, a bunch of you rushed out, and 2 armored vehicles pulled up, and combat, chaos, bloodshed ensued. You were victorious, but at a cost. Guthix, familiar, weapon, and friend, really everyone's friend, Sarth, was killed or destroyed during combat. You don't really know the nature of his people, but
Is he completely gone? Is he like disintegrated?
yeah, he's disintegrated. He's totally gone.
Okay.
Um, so that not only is it going to weigh heavily on everyone, but also Sarth was instrumental in the plan for the ritual to find Anya and Lorr. Without him, who knows what you'll be able to do on that front. So it kind of puts your plans into chaos. Where we begin today is right after the fight. You've dragged your injured inside, and you're now licking your wounds. And really, that is where we are right now. So,
How do we start off?
So I'm going to start off by doing this. Hold on. It's taking me a second to get to it.
so Thiwar went inside, I'm assuming here, since he's.
Yes, I would have gone inside with everyone else.
Yeah.
So I just
All right.
moved myself
Go
in there.
ahead and
So knowing that both Guthix and uh,
Solus.
Solus are super hurt. Solus is actually out cold, right?
No.
Guthix is out cold because he passed out when Sarth was killed. He might be coming around at this point since you've dragged him in. I don't.
Okay.
Neither of them went down to 0 hit points. It was, but I think.
There.
I'm if I recall correctly,
That that would
Guthix
be
actually did go down to 0 hit points, but
Oh,
he got
did he?
healed. Yeah,
that
he
would
got healed and dragged in.
that would be
Uh,
Guthix and um God, why is it my brain? I'm so tired. Sorry guys.
Are you talking about my other character?
Guthix and Solus. So that's Guthix and Solus. Guthix for the 4 and Solus for the 6.
okay. All right. So Mary lays on hands, and Guthix gets 4 hit points back, and Solus gets 6 hit points back.
Okay.
The lizard men in here, they're all they're kind of like, some of them are hurt as well. And actually the one guy, Blintz, who was on the roof, he was killed at the beginning of the fight. You never even got to meet that guy. He was killed and fell off the roof at the very beginning of the fight. Let's see.
Is it Blix? Is it Blinks?
Blintz?
Blintz?
Blingor Blintz?
Langor? He made it?
The guy. No, what's his face? The pilot guy who's in the wheelchair.
Oh, that's
Fizz?
Fizz.
Fizz.
So Mary's gonna ask Fizz if there's actually places that we can put the wounded.
Fizz.
Yeah. If there's places we can actually put the wounded. If there's places we can kind of hold up, because everybody looks like there's a lot of people that need to rest.
Oh, here, we'll close up the doors. Boys, go close up the doors.
So the lizard men go over, and there's like a wooden door on the thing, but the wooden door isn't like the like a real door, right? It's not the real door. They pull this thing, and it's like the hatch of the ship, and they like pull it closed and like lock it, and it seals up.
So the door that we came in originally, is that the back? Is
Yes.
that like the tail end of the ship?
Correct.
Okay.
All right. So they seal it up, and then basically Fizz tells you,
Oh, the best place is probably up those benches if people need to.
So
Yeah.
if you go up there, Fiona Creel comes over and she says, "Here, I'll show you." And she kind of like hits this thing on the table and like flips it around, and these tables here become like beds.
Okay. So Mary's gone into doctor mode and she's starting to triage everybody. That's what she's going to be doing for the next couple, whatever. She's triaging.
Okay. How hurt is Drake?
Oh, over to Mary. Yeah, it's not too bad, and I'll show her like a bullet hole straight through my body. 'Cause I'm
Oh my
kinda-
Oh,
God.
that's right. I forgot.
She puts him down on a bed. Like,
Drake's not too
hold
bad.
on.
He's all
Hold on. So
right.
for that, because I think I just there's that's for that bullet hole.
Oh,
Yeah. All right. So
Dude, that was almost a 1, which would have been like super
Mhm.
great.
right. So Mary sews up the hole, does some basic first aid, kind of patches you up, and you get 2 hit points back from that.
sweet. Thank you.
So basically, that's what she's gonna do. Anybody who's hurt, she's just let me know how many times I gotta roll it. If you want me to do that, and that's she's just basically triaging at this point. She's doing her thing.
I mean, technically, anybody who is injured, you can use it on them at least once for just some, I mean, it's only a couple of hit points, but it's basically you
Yeah.
kind of patching them up or whatever. Drake will take it, and I guess both, obviously Solus and Guthix.
Oh no,
fuck,
Drake!
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 Ah! 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 Ah!
That's because Drake wouldn't stop fucking moving around.
She's trying to kill me. She's trying to kill me.
Damn.
I will
There's
be right
Solus,
back.
but he's right on that.
Said I got healing.
Yeah, so Solus got another hit point back, and
Guthix got an 8 for that.
and Guthix got 2 more hit points back from
Are
just
any
the
of the
standard healing.
any of the lizard people or any of Fizz's people hurt enough that they need it?
Let's see.
We'll be
Oh,
right back. Just a
besides,
moment.
Sure.
okay. Plus,
Um,
she's anybody who's not hurt, she has basically ordered into orderly mode.
oh, you know what? McFree has a bit of an injury. Jesus.
God damn it! God damn it!
Ah.
McFree is lizard, so McFree is a lizard.
Yeah.
She's not familiar with the lizard. With the lizard.
McFree says, "I hope you are a better priestess than you are a doctor." Ah. Good thing Derek's not here to see all this failure. If Mary still has sights on him,
See, that's the thing, man. Man, we're down here. She doesn't have that. She doesn't have like her augmented stuff, man. She had her augmented stuff. It'd be a different story.
Right. Did Rumby even get hurt? It says he's down 1 hit point. Something happened. Didn't something happen? Didn't like your gun backfire or something
Yeah,
weird happened?
his gun backfired and you got
So
one hit.
Yeah,
so you actually do. Your hand is hurt.
Yeah,
actually-
but
so-
I got 1 hit point. Like,
I mean, she could bandage up your hand
Let's see what happens.
as long as she doesn't break your hand.
Okay.
You got that hit point back, and your hand's feeling a little bit better now. She's treated the burn on your hand. Fiona Creel assists Mary with some nursing, and gets these guys here together. I don't think Ren didn't get hurt either, did he?
Ren didn't even leave the damn building.
That's what I was gonna say. Did Ren even like? Oh no, he is actually hurt. Ren's hurt a little bit too.
Definitely not from something that just happened.
Yeah, because he never left the building.
Yeah, he might be hurt from
The biker on the way here.
the
Like
biker.
battle.
Yeah, that's probably because there could have been some injury there. That's true. Because I think didn't Ren like jump out and like throw daggers or something? I don't know. That's probably what happened. All right. Well then, you get all your injured. You do some healing.
Does Ren actually submit to getting some medical attention?
I don't think he can. I think it's too late.
It's the same day as long as it hasn't been healed by a healing, like a regular like healing before. I think it's okay. Because technically, think about it, you guys have only been on the planet for about 7 hours. Because it's only maybe like evening right now at this point. It's probably about 7 o'clock. You got to the planet at noon, so everything that happened on the way with the bikers and it happened all in the same day. So yeah, I think that's probably okay if you wanna go ahead.
If
Yeah,
Ren's
he's good.
he's good.
He's like, don't touch me.
Okay.
All right. So, is there any more healing that can be done, or that you're going to do, or is
I think
is
that's
that
about
kinda it?
I think that's it for what she's got for today at this point.
Gotcha. Is does I Solus might have already used his his healing, didn't he? His internal.
Yeah, I think he actually did end up
Right.
using his
Did
monk healing
Does Guthix have any healing that he wants to use? Because he's conscious now. So
I think Guthix.
did he heal already too a little bit?
I think that he used up a majority of his spell slots, and let's see, healing is a first level or second level spell.
Cure Light Wounds is a first level.
Yeah, I think he's honestly like he might have like one first level spell slot left.
Hey Dan, is it still not raining?
He is unconscious. I think I will vote to say that Guthix will be unconscious for at least
probably
a few
like
hours,
the night, right?
or the
Yeah,
night, or until we leave the saloon or something like that.
Sure. Well,
damn it. Just
you
not
okay?
raining. It's just not. No, Jay asked me if it was raining yet. It's still not raining here.
Are you trolling?
Dan's desperate for rain,
No,
but
it is like pouring down rain here.
I am not trolling. Let me actually step out. Let me actually open the door.
You guys live what, like 10 minutes from each other?
Yeah.
And it's pouring for one of you, and it's like clear for the other one.
It
That's
is
funny.
completely pitch black, and it is pouring down rain.
So it's not pouring. I actually walked outside. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm actually okay. So I actually did walk outside. I'm actually outside the back. It's raining, but it's like sprinkling. It's like I could actually stand out here and just enjoy it because it's all it really is sprinkling.
Well, then it's coming. in the night, so it's evening in the game.
Ouch.
And it's also starting to rain in the game because, as you recall, there was a storm.
There was a storm coming. Yes.
Yeah, there was a storm on the horizon, which is
I'll
how
use some sound
Guthix was
effects.
able to pull down the call lightning. And so the
Here's
rain.
my sound effects.
Yeah, you can hear the rain on the. Obviously, the Genger is, it's metal, so you can hear the rain on the
Do you hear the
metal
rain?
roof. No, we can't
No.
hear it from you. Metal roof of the Genger, and Guthix is totally passed out. He's in snooze land. Is anybody gonna do anything? Because by now, after all the healing and stuff, it's probably about 9 o'clock at night. The sun is long gone down. It's raining.
Sun has gone down and the moon has come up. And long ago, somebody left with the cup.
So, Drake has joined Fizz back here in the back, and they're kind of just catching up. What is everybody else doing? Is anybody staying up and doing anything, or is everybody going to sleep?
Mary's going to make sure that everybody is stable before she rests.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I'm going to say that with all your healing that you did before, everybody's stable, nobody is bleeding. Even Drake, his wound is. Honestly, most of Drake's wounds, I think, are. They're not that bad. They're pretty superficial, but he complains about Mary for like the rest of the night. um, yeah. Anything else? Anyone? Bueller?
Bueller? Yeah, I think just generally healing up for the night is probably best.
Yeah.
Keeping a lookout.
What's our time situation?
So, as I said, you've only been here a day. So you arrived at noon, and if nobody else is doing anything tonight, if everybody is just exhausted and going to sleep, then your time situation is going to be when you wake up in the morning, which puts you at day 2. So you'll be on the morning of day 2. That's your time situation, which means you have basically 6 days left.
Oh, you said everyone's exhausted and going to sleep, and I was like, oh, wait, we're role playing?
Yeah. Right. Jay's just like, okay, night, guys. Yeah. Yeah, we're role playing. But now it's morning. So now you have to be energetic. Yeah, probably not.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone, I'm going to say, they're not like the super most comfortable accommodations, but it's not terrible. There's cushions and stuff. So everyone receives another hit point back for a fairly comfortable night's sleep. And, of course, you get your any spellcasters now have their open spell slots, so anybody that needs to memorize spells, pray for spells, may do that right now.
So, if Guthix and Solus, because it's the next day, give themselves more healing, how bad are they still?
Let's see. Guthix will go, or Solus will go ahead.
I believe they're the worst off, right?
Yeah. Let's see. Solus heals 7 hit points with his heal self ability. And then when everyone wakes up, don't see Guthix.
Wait, you don't see Guthix? Oh, he what's Guthix doing?
Guthix woke up a little extra early because he'd been passed out since like the very end of the battle.
That makes
And
sense.
while everyone was asleep, he went and climbed up on the ship and was meditating while watching the sunrise.
Ah, okay. You can do that then. Stick him out on the
Oh man,
actually
he,
out
he
on the
goes up
ship.
on the ship and screams like a Klingon for.
Yeah.
So that. So then, if we don't actually see Guthix, how is the next worst person because he was shot is Thiwar? How is Thiwar?
Yeah, the war was pretty rough.
I'm still at half.
Okay, so
Actually, below half by 1, but
we'll
8 of
give.
17.
Oof, shit. We'll give. Hold on, let me find my. Where are they? There it is. So we'll do another. That.
All right. So four hit points for
Nice.
what?
3, 4.
And then all Mary's going to do is check on everybody else to make sure everybody's still healing well. Everybody's stable.
Mhm. Everybody seems to be stable. Um, people are generally hurt, obviously still, but nobody is in danger of death or infection, as far as you can tell. Everybody seems to be pretty good. So once
Tell
you've
you what.
kind of
Tell you what, though, man. If if Mary could, she'd go and find Richard Simmons.
Richard
She'd,
Simmons,
she'd bring him back from the dead.
Richard Simmons. What about that kid from Alf, Brian?
You know, I didn't even know too much. I didn't even realize he passed away for like a day or two.
That guy, that's really sad because that guy literally died in his car of heat stroke,
Oh my god.
depositing residual checks from Alf.
Oh my god.
Seriously, that's how he died. He like died in his car, like of heat stroke. So sad. Like, jeez, he was like my age. Crazy.
It was pretty sad.
Yeah, like
Yeah, Shannon
awful.
Doherty died too.
Yeah, she was sick for a long time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That
that
sucked.
was and Shelley Duvall, like the whole bunch of people passed away over the
Yeah,
weekend.
all at once, craziness.
Jacoby
Well,
Jones of the
yeah.
Baltimore Ravens passed away.
I don't know who that is.
Dr. Ruth.
Oh yeah, Dr. Ruth, wild.
Donald Trump almost did.
Yeah, that was nuts too. Anyway, back to the game because I don't want to talk about any of that stuff on YouTube.
No.
um, so it's morning. Guthix witnesses a beautiful sunrise, which helps to kind of calm him down, and he begins to meditate and commune with nature and get his spells back. And
Guthix learns 15 lightning spells and just keeps lightning spelling that person.
Disregard that. I'm just choosing my spells.
oh, right. Um, and then everyone else begins to wake up a little bit later. Of course, you notice that Guthix is gone. Anybody that checks the hatch, of course, will find that he is just on the top of the ship. You do some healing, and finally, you have the lizard men up here. Oh, what's his name? What's the what's the guy's name? It's not McFree. It's the other guy. Is his name? Yeah, it's
Talking about
funny.
Gax or the barkeeper?
Um. Yeah. Yeah. I'm talking about Jizz Whiskers.
Jizz Whiskers, yeah.
That's who I'm talking about.
Oh, of course.
Jizz Whiskers. Jizz, he is now beginning to make some stew for breakfast. He's cooking up a stew, so you got a hot stew and some like warm bread, and he's doling out some stew for everybody. And anybody that's able, uh, Drake and Fizz ask them to, hey, come back and like eat back here with us, so that we can talk about what happens next.
Sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's her face coming back here too?
Oh, definitely, of course, yeah,
Now that's Gigi's portrait, unless I'm mistaken.
yeah. Gigi's here.
And Gigi is here.
Hmm.
Right.
Has Gigi ever given us the impression that she has magical or spell abilities?
No, the only ability that you know that Gigi has besides her reach, besides her like connections and all that
Ah,
stuff,
oh,
is you are aware that she's got that scent ability that can
mm,
kind of charm people.
gotcha. That's right. I
But
knew she had something. I couldn't
yeah,
remember what it
but
was.
other than that, it's like kind of like a pheromone thing. Yeah. Other than that, you've never seen her do anything. And in fact, when combat started, she just hunkered down inside and did not participate in combat. So
Okay,
you kind of assume, and she doesn't have any weapons
gotcha.
on her. Like she doesn't even have a gun. She's like seems to be completely relying on you guys for protection at this point. Um so, but so everybody is there anyone who is not going to join Fizz in the in this back area here in his dining room? Well, all right then. I'll take that. It is. Yes.
Dan is
No.
gone.
No, I'm
Yeah,
still here.
he's still here. He's just wandering around his house with his headset on.
Yeah, because like I'm trying to stay awake.
Right.
So walking around is helping.
I see. So,
Well, now that you're all here, what's what's the plan?
Well, I don't think there actually was a plan. I think the plan was to get here and then figure it out.
Oh, well,
Well, there are several of us who have to go up the mountain still, but I don't know how that's going to pan out at this point. Is
can
she
you
is
can we even do the ritual at all without Sarth? I was under the impression that he was the key piece. It was his. Is Guthix down here or no? Or is he
No,
still up? No,
he's
okay.
he'll be up.
She kind of looks around and she's like, it was my understanding that his network of people, or his network of life forms was the key. Um, Without him, I don't know. We would Guthix is, well, he was taking point on this, so I don't know.
Well, unfortunately, and I hate to be rude about it, but the only reason we were doing it is so that we could find Anya, so that we could find, oh shit, what's his name?
Lore.
Lore.
So
Yeah.
that we could find Lorr. But there are other ways that we could possibly do it. Maybe we just put all of our effort into getting this ship off the ground, or figuring that out, at the very least.
Well, that's what I gotta do. We gotta get this thing off of here.
It's gonna be tough.
Now, there are vehicles on this planet that still seem to run on some fuel based system. Is there any way to convert this ship to use that fuel? Like the one you have outside?
It's funny you say that. It's already converted, mate. But you can't fly. Not this thing, not all that fuel. You never get enough lift. You know how much this thing weighs, mate? Way too much, but we can drive it.
Wait, what?
We can drive it. It's slow as hell, but it's drivable. This ain't where I crossed it.
Would it would it get teleported if we
What the
brought it
fuck?
back?
What the fuck did you just say?
He said this isn't where he crashed it,
Okay.
meaning that it's not in the play. Like, obviously he got it to where it is right now, and
Mhm.
that's not where he crashed it. Is basically what he's saying.
By the way, whenever Mary gets the chance, she should try healing Fizz of his disease.
So that's in the back of her mind. How
Well,
long
he'll
does
get around to it.
it's like how long does Fizz think he has?
He has no idea how long he has. He's in a wheelchair, and he seems very unwell. Let's put it
Okay.
that way.
Confirmed
So
his death tomorrow.
Yeah,
so
he does not seem well at all. He seems really sick.
okay, so maybe what'll happen is that after this meeting, she'll go and she'll because it's a because didn't we determine it's a hold on.
Well, the spell that you would have access to, or that I'm assuming that you would have access to, that would be the
It's cure
spell that
diseased.
could work, yeah, is cure disease, obviously,
Mhm.
because he suffers from a disease.
Yeah. So
So,
that's the so basically
yeah.
after the meeting she'll give it a shot.
All right. So yeah, he tells you that that it is drivable, that you can drive it, but it's really slow, like really slow. And that obviously doesn't get.
It obviously don't get you off the ground either. It's, I don't know about that.
Well, there is a possibility of getting it off the ground, but this thing would have to have
You know who else
wings.
is there? Who is? Where is he?
Rumby, who's just kind of out in the other room,
Nah,
off
I
in,
mean,
off in his own
I'm
universe.
totally aware of Rumby, but Mike is. Where the hell is Mike? He
I don't
was
know.
there. I don't know if he got like removed from the map or what, but We'll toss him
I was
back
gonna
on
say,
there.
was Mike outside maybe for a little while?
I think he was outside. Maybe he's just hidden on the map outside somewhere. That's quite possible. Um, but anyway, he's in there.
Does it have wings?
No.
No, it's got a stall drive and a FTL that uses element 42.
Okay, I have no idea what she just fucking said, dude.
Well, I am dying, so there's that.
Mary probably wouldn't have understood what he said anyway because he was talking all kinds of,
Mhm.
hibbity jibbity technical bullshit. But yeah, Mike chimes in and he says, "I had an idea, but it might be tough. If we had a helm
Oh.
or possibly some kind of an elemental artifact that I could use to make a helm, we could turn it into an airship."
Oh, there's a problem with that, mate.
Ooh, what's that? Besides the fact that we need a helm or an artifact, which is a pretty big problem.
Eh, the problem is dragons.
I can second that. That certainly is a problem here. That was Fiona Creel. She chimes in. Anything that goes into the sky, well, they don't like you encroaching on their territory. Obviously, we got magic down here, but you don't see anybody flying around because, well, you get eaten. Wouldn't the armor from the ship be good enough to defend against a dragon?
Drakey. These dragons are blue. They spit lightning. We'd be fried inside.
Oh, huh. Any other ideas?
Are these dragons all over the planet?
Right.
Aye, lass, they are.
Damned.
I thought this planet had issues with electric stuff.
It does.
You got blue dragons.
Yeah. There's the reason that it has issues with the electrical stuff is because, as you learned before you came down to the planet, there is a unusual magnetic field, an electrical magnetic field that just shorts everything out. You can have like a spark, or you can have electric because the vehicles work. There is a spark that happens for those combustion engines to run. It's just electronics don't work.
So Mega Godzilla would not be able to be here.
I don't know about that because I'm not 100% sure of the composition of Mechagodzilla. So it's hard to say, but
Who knows?
I'm gonna say probably not good. But anyway, so yeah, so that is so those are some of the issues.
So even if we flew straight up, just as fast as possible, you think we could still attract the attention of dragons.
I mean, if you were able to go fast, you might hit the atmosphere. You might leave the atmosphere before the dragons can get to you. And I mean, if you wait until it's pretty clear, but you're still chancing it. Those dragons are fast.
And lightning is faster.
Oh, it is.
Hmm.
And you said no sign of Vic and Doc Brown?
Well, not down here anyway. I had a lead on Brown, but... Well, we're getting there.
So they didn't come with you here?
Come with me? Nah, lass, I left in a big hurry. I didn't get to see Doc Brown or Victor before I left. Everything in Oron was crazy. And that was years ago.
Guthix still up there, remember? He's still up there meditating for spells.
Yeah, I forgot to choose my last level one.
What's going on?
I'm halfway now. Supposed to have 6 of these.
Nice.
But
yeah.
Well,
Hmm.
I would
What?
say that Mike's idea is still the best that we have. The only that we have. We should try to get that. We should try to work on that.
Helm.
A helm. Mike,
Hmm.
what kind of
Yeah.
what kind of artifact do we need?
Just something very powerful. I might need help, though. We might need another wizard.
Are you a wizard?
Maybe even another elementalist. But I wouldn't know where to look for such a person on this planet.
Actually, and unfortunately, the only place that I know that there may be such people are in the mountains. The elves. We may have to send a contingent. And who knows, maybe they have an artifact.
Well, I guess so. Zemeth chimes in. For the first time in like ever.
Ever.
Oh, you're still here?
We'll be coming in as outsiders, and we don't know how they'll accept us. Just because Guthix and I are fellow elves doesn't mean anything. We'll have to be careful.
Hey, they're supposed to be some real sons of bitches, too. They, real xenophobic folk up there.
We might have to take something to them. Some sort of offering, or... I don't know. Just because they're my folk. Well, they're not really. They're alien to us.
I ain't got nothing of value here except for the ship and the fuel. I don't know.
And
I can guarantee you those pointy-head bastards ain't interested in that fucking fuel.
A little bit of blood comes and he like wipes it away from his lips.
Well, what would be useful to them? What?
It's hard to say. Hmm. Again, they're elves, but they're aliens, essentially.
Take a look in the old pack. Look, what kind of crap am I carrying around?
What kind of crap does everybody have? Do we have anything that we can give these damn elves?
Well, do any of them come down from the mountain? Is there anybody? Are there any that are down here that might be that have integrated that might have some kind of an idea that we could find? Do we know of any?
I don't know of any.
Yeah, and I ain't heard of anybody coming off the mountain either.
I've got something I can offer
Nobody
the
wants.
ladies anyway.
Nobody wants that.
Hmm. Well, daylight is burning, says Gigi. Anything else? Anything else that we can think of?
Do you know of anything that might be important or good to explore in the surrounding areas of let's see, where was that
Yeah,
map?
can you put the map back up?
Oh yeah. The map.
I'm the map. I'm the map.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Oop. Oop.
Boy, there's something on
Oh
the map,
yeah.
all right, boy.
Oh yeah, that's. I forgot about this map.
There's definitely something on the map.
Oh yes, there is. Oh my goodness. Here.
I like how the Umpton Wood is pointing right to the thing.
Anyway, no, oh yeah, it's true.
Imstown Wood. Yeah.
That dragon's not shooting lightning.
Mm-mm.
No,
Well, that's a green dragon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
it's
green
there.
dragon
Yeah.
right there. Here for the
What did we say was in the Grumsveld core?
you you actually kind of didn't here, well,
We
shrink.
gotta make that shrink
Yeah,
the
we'll
dragon.
we'll
Not
shrink
the
the
balls,
dragon.
though.
Yeah, whoops. Here, we'll just stick them right there.
Excellent. There
It's
you
good
go.
Now it's now that dragon needs some healing because its
Yeah.
balls are
Got that elephantitis ball.
Elephantitis.
swollen
Yes,
balls
sir.
there.
That is correct.
Oh, are we getting rumbeat right now?
Oh God.
Oh yeah.
There we are.
Wait, those balls didn't come.
Not yet, anyway.
No, they're big enough. They're big enough though.
Oh my. Okay. Anyway, here's your guys' map.
All right.
Now the dragon looks like it's wearing a big old penis hat.
It does. It does. In fact. Oh gosh. Okay. So
How terrible.
yeah, if you ask any of the local people there, they will tell you that that Grumsveld Core is
that's
You mean-
it's kind of like a gate town for the
The gay
elves.
town. For the elves. Well, I guess, they are xenophobic and they have that culture about them. Who am I to judge?
They do some trading with outsiders. It's all done there, right there in Grumsville. Cool.
So that would be the place to start then.
Yeah, it probably would.
How long would it take to drive there in this?
To take the old Ganger?
6 weeks.
Yeah, yeah. It take a bit of time. This rig only goes about 10, 15 miles per hour.
And how far is that away?
Let's see. How far is that?
I think
That
we said to the Greed Hollow was, oh, it's nice scaled map.
yeah, scaled map. If
Oh,
you're
so
really
only a full day.
yeah, it's like about 70 to 80 miles roughly. Put it that way.
We do have a couple bikes.
You've got bikes. You obviously have not. You haven't really gotten to do anything, but there are two vehicles. There are two armored vehicles outside.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so it's like there's a bunch of stuff you haven't even looted. Like you guys just came in and were like, "Fuck it, we're tired." Like went to sleep.
Aren't those vehicles like severely fucked up though?
The
Like
one is
one of them got struck by lightning, the other one got blown up twice. Somehow still not like fully blown up, but
true, true, true. So you actually don't 100% know what's if how operable they are, but they are outside.
Well, why don't
M-
you guys go
Marfin is
outside?
long gone though. Marfin has not
yeah.
returned since he took the fuck off yesterday.
Why don't
But
you go out and look and see what we have? I'm gonna stay behind with Fizz and see if I can give some assistance.
all right, let's go check it out. Oh, the door's locked.
Oh yeah,
Front,
you got
front
a
door's locked.
yes, yes, you gotta there you
Hmm.
go. You gotta open that door up. You gotta put some muscle into that back door and really
Gax is still outside here manning the corner.
oh well he was probably inside last night. He just
He went out for a smoke break,
he went
surely.
out for a smoke, yeah. Exactly. Oh hey.
Oh, how's it going?
So yes, outside the it rained, so things are a little bit wet. It's washed away some of the blood and whatnot from the
now,
night
now we have
before,
now
but
we have wet dead bodies out there.
yeah, now you have really disgusting wet dead bodies out there. So that is that's what's going on. Who is doing what? Is anybody
Souls will go ahead and check out, the carnage to the south that started off the fight.
okay. So yeah, if you go down to if you go down here to the south, you will find a several bodies down here, along with this vehicle. Is Solus the only one going out to check this stuff out, or?
Yeah, nah, I'll go with him.
So you go down there, and you start checking things out. This little mouse girl right here. She has a pretty large gun.
You also have third-degree burns from lightning.
Yeah. She's messed up. She has a pretty big gun. It's massive for her, but she's got a gun. She's got ammo. This guy actually has like a. Oh, you know what? We're not even on there. Let's come down a little bit. Here we go. Now we can see you.
Actually,
This.
no, we can't. Oh, wait a minute. Oh,
Mhm.
there it is. I see
Yeah.
it. It's on the screen. There it is. Good.
So let me look here. Between her, him, and this lady down here, there are there's coinage, gold coinage, between the three of them in the amount of 222 coins. Between them, there are two machine guns. There is somebody writing this stuff down?
Yeah.
Okay. There's two machine guns. There is one zip gun.
Oh,
And there are six grenades of an unknown type. And then for the zip gun, there is 21 rounds. And for the machine guns, there's a total of 120 rounds.
Okay.
If you search the vehicle appears to be, it's similar to a speedster that only has just like the regular auto mode. And it just looks like it has armor pieces welded onto it, essentially. It's mostly empty. It seems like it's mostly um, seats and storage space, so there's not like a lot in it. Um, you have no idea if it runs.
Isn't this the one with the dude that's melted to the steering wheel?
Correct. Which, because there's no glass, it did rain kind of in here, and it
Aw.
maybe
Ew.
washed it off a little bit, but
Ew.
it's still probably a horrible mess.
Yeah, I'll leave that to Hans Proner. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, really nothing else in the vehicle, and that's pretty much it for these guys down here on this side.
Okay. Hopefully the other vehicle is in drivable condition, because this one's not looking so great.
Not looking great at all.
We'll walk around to the top side, to the nose of the ship.
Okay. Walk around up over to this other side over here. And of course, these two folks over here. And that is going to net you 2 more machine guns and another 113 rounds of ammo. And those guys and this car up here had a total of 250 gold pieces amongst them. The car up here is also pretty much the same as the other one. It's mostly like open space. And this one seems like it starts. You'll have to try it to see if it's drivable.
Okay. Let's start it up and see if it moves.
When you start it up, it actually does move. It's got like a kind of a noise in the front of it. But other than this kind of like noise,
Uh-huh. It's
seems
fine.
fine.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, if it works, right?
Yeah, we're for sure taking that.
All right.
All right.
Go back inside and, let everyone know the situation. So we got a fuck ton of guns, mostly machine guns, and a lot of ammo, gold, and a working vehicle.
Yep. So Thiwar and Solus go back into the Genger and inform everyone else. They kind of dump a big pile of guns and ammo onto the table. And money too, I guess. Or they just pocket that for themselves.
No.
Probably Solus wouldn't, but Thiwar's just like, I'll take this.
Yeah, we'd split it. I'd split it.
Yeah, right. So put all the stuff out on the table, and Drake looks at the guns and he grabs a gun. he's like, I could definitely use one of these. So Drake grabs a machine gun.
What is a zip gun? You were saying?
A zip gun it's basically like a 9mm.
Oh, okay.
It's like a small handgun, essentially.
Cool. Well, if that's the case, Solus might actually use that because he can't really imagine himself using like one of these big ass machine guns. But in the cases where close hand-to-hand combat is not applicable.
Right.
So what is the deets on that?
That. Oh, there it is. Zip pistol. that is going to be. Oh wait, shoot. I just I just made us go bye-bye for a second. We're back! Not the stream, just our faces, our beautiful faces. Zip gun, so that's going to be, yeah, basic. So it's going to be 1d4 plus 1 with a a range of 25, 50, 75. Yes. Yes. Um, Technically, only fighter types can use the big machine guns, so that limits them to. Solus could technically use one, but obviously he said he's not going to. He's going to take that zip gun. That would limit them to Drake and Rumby.
Big machine gun. Oh.
Yeah, Rumby can definitely use the machine gun. So if he takes one of those guns,
I do more damage to my hand when I get a critical failure.
right? Exactly.
Then we also have 6 grenades if anyone is interested in those.
Six grenades.
I mean, I'll take 2 of them.
All right. 2 mystery grenades for my good friend. Should roll to see what kind of grenades you get.
Mystery grenades.
Actually, I'll just go ahead and tell you what they are, because once everybody
Okay.
kind of the modern
Ready.
people get a look at them, they'll be able to tell you that those are
Confetti.
no, those are like concussion grenades.
Okay.
And they do 3d6 damage in a 60-foot circle.
60-foot radius?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, if no one else really wants them, I'd certainly take all the grenades.
Is Harro asleep? I just want to
Yeah,
make
I was
sure.
wondering
Because I
because
figure
like thrown
Ren.
weaponry, that's
Yeah,
kind of Ren's
I
thing.
figure like Ren would be jumping
Mhm.
at these grenades, but I'm not sure if Harrison fell asleep or not, which is quite possible. Dan looks like he is almost asleep. Um,
Thing is, Harrison is not even muted.
he is not muted. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know. That's why I'm saying like I'm wondering if it just like fell asleep. Because there's like no sound whatsoever, but definitely not muted. So I don't know.
He
Well,
snores very quietly.
yeah, I don't. Actually never
I don't
snored.
think I've really ever heard Harrison.
No, he's like silent as hell, man. He's like when he goes to
He
sleep,
wraps up in a burrito.
He
with
does.
just his face
with
like,
just his
open.
face in like completely,
Yeah.
and he's completely silent and just like totally 100%. So if that's
yeah.
the case, we'll say, to be fair, let's say 3 and 3.
I'm here. I
Give-
was in the restroom.
Oh, hey.
Do you want some grenades?
You want some grenades? There are concussion.
Sure.
There are concussion grenades. So you guys can. There are 6 total, but I think Thiwar wants some too. So
Yeah, I was
Okay.
just going to take 2 if I can.
That works for me.
All right. So those grenades, Harrow, are they're concussion grenades. They're 3d6 and in a 60-foot circle, in a 60-foot
Cool.
diameter.
Diameter.
But
No, I was
I-
thinking 60-foot radius. That's fucking
It's
huge.
massive.
No, not a 60-foot radius. A 60-foot diameter. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, if you know, if we really have no other concrete plans, we should probably get up and on out of here. So we only
So-
have 5 days left.
So Mary is asking, before everybody goes, Mary is going to ask anyone who wants to help her to stay behind. She's actually asking anybody of faith who wants to stay behind and help her pray while she tries to do this spell.
I don't know if we have anyone of real faith here besides Mary.
Well, Guthix isn't Guthix.
So
Guthix?
is Mary gonna is Mary gonna heal?
Yeah, she's gonna.
Fizz? Is that her?
Yeah, she's gonna try. She's gonna try to heal Fizz. She's gonna cast Cure Disease on Fizz, but she's asking for anybody. She's asking for help. If anybody wants to pray to whatever gods.
I think for one, Guthix is of a different kind of faith, and he also is like kind of critical if we're gonna go and confront the elves, even if we don't have Sarth.
Well, is it Mary doesn't this like is she gonna stay behind to cast a spell that takes
No,
like
she's asked, but she's not gonna stay behind. She's just asking right now.
Oh, well, the way that you said it, you were like, is anybody
you're
gonna
not
stay
gonna stay behind?
behind? And I was like, what are you're staying behind? Like what's
Like if people are just like leaving the room, stay
Oh,
behind.
Oh, I see.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well, if it's
I-
like something like that, like I don't have any like prayer type healing, but I've got like medical healing that I might.
Well,
be
no,
able
no,
to
no.
do.
She's asking for your
Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers. She wants
No,
everybody's
no,
thoughts and prayers.
she's asking for the thing.
This is a
Not
thing.
outside. I'm gonna metagame. She's asking for a token or whatever the fuck that thing is called.
Oh.
I was
Oh.
like, what the fuck are you on about, Dan?
But she's not asking for the token. You know, she's asking for support while she tries this. And that's why she's asking anybody of faith who can stick around and who can help her
Yeah, I
bolster
mean,
her faith so that she can try to do this.
you know, Guthix has he comes down, he's been feeling especially you know, spiritual and reflective, and he might be able to assist in this. I forget, don't we have like some kind of like faith token or like roll that we make?
There's actually no roll. There's just the
The-
little section on your character sheet.
Wasn't there a bonus that she gets? Isn't that or the reroll? Or...
Yeah, she gets a bonus, but see, technically in this case, here's the thing. Assuming that everything is normal, the spell just goes off and works. There's no check for it.
Mhm.
Right. So the only reason that there's something special has to happen is if there's a possibility that
She
Fizz
rolls
is
that 20.
well, no, again, there's no roll whatsoever. Like spells don't have a roll in this version. It just goes off and it works. Or it doesn't. Or like whatever. There's not
Okay.
like a roll. Like it
Alright.
just happens. The only caveat is if there's something extra wrong with Fizz or something. If it's his disease is just too powerful or weird or unusual in some fashion.
Okay. So she
So-
concentrates very hard. She takes all the extra energy the people are giving her,
Okay.
and she lays her hands on Fizz, and she casts the spell.
All right.
Wow, what disease can cure lycanthropy? It's kind of
Yeah,
insane.
I mean, it's a pretty. It's technically. I mean, technically, it cures basically any disease in the game. It's a miracle. I mean, it's a fucking
Yeah.
it's a crazy spell. I mean,
Yeah,
a lot of these
kind
old
of a
school
crazy
spells,
spell.
if you really look at them, they're like, damn, that's something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Mary lays her hands down and she's praying, and she could feel the energy going into Fizz's body, and he's uh he's he's in his chair, and then you see him kind of like
Your chair! Stand up! Get out of that chair!
you see him. You take your hands away from him, and his eyes kind of close, and he kind of like slumps down in the chair, and then you hear.
Shit.
Mary accidentally does the opposite.
Yeah.
Inverse cure disease, inflict disease, and just instantly dies.
That's actually part of the spell. I think you can actually. I think
Yeah.
you actually can reverse this spell and actually do a cause disease. on
That's
it.
true. You
The
can. You can, in
disease
fact.
is fatal in 2 days.
Yeah, it's pretty. A disease victim has a negative 2
2D
penalty to
that's
all attack
2D12
rolls.
days. That's
Yeah.
That's
terrible. I mean, it's a terrible thing if you actually
It's a
do it.
horrible fatal disease that kills you literally in 3 weeks
Yeah.
or less. Right.
Damn.
Fizz though, his body seems relaxed. He seemed kind of stiff and spasmy before, and his body seems relaxed. So you think you may need to just like let him sleep.
We'll know soon. Thank you.
Boy, I sure hope you were able to fix him.
Oh, Mary can fix people real good.
Maybe I misjudged you. I guess we'll have to see. There's still a chance you could get this D.
I thought for a second she was talking to Gax or like the bodyguard of the Kree. And I was like, wait.
No, this is Jake
So
Tungsten.
she looks at him and she's like, you know I could reverse the spell on you.
Hey now.
I'm sure Drake has a couple diseases of his own.
I was gonna say he's like I don't have any antibiotics down here, so I need to be careful. So well,
So are we leaving anybody behind?
that is actually a question, and a very good one. What's your plan going forward? Who are you going to take? What are they doing?
Well, maybe the first thing we should ask is how many people could fit into the vehicle?
I bet between the vehicle and the bikes that we have, we can take everyone.
I would say that's accurate.
Okay, Mary will ride her bike, and all she's gonna do is she'll just gas up with whatever gas is there. She'll make sure she's gassed up. Make sure the other bikes are gassed up. Make sure the car is gassed up.
So, as far as the NPCs are concerned, even though they're not combatants, Zemeth is obviously going to go because he's an elf and he figures he might be helpful. Gigi kind of has the same thing. She's kind of elf kin in a way, so even though she's not a combatant, she figures, yeah, I probably should go too. Mike is gonna go because Mike is, if we're trying to figure out airship stuff, Mike is definitely going to go. And Drake is likely going to go too, just because he doesn't want to stay behind unless Fizz wants him to stay behind. Fizz is asleep right now, but Drake is concerned that you might need fisticuffs along the way. So he's kind of half and half at the moment.
Before we leave, we should probably ask about like who those people were, or those creatures that attacked us, and why.
Yeah.
If you ask about that, Fiona Creel pipes up, and she says, "Them, well, they're raiders. They're trying to get our fuel, or Fizz's fuel, that is. Also, this ship, it's like a fortress. There's nothing else like it on this planet. So it's kind of, well, it's kind of a big deal."
Gotcha. Okay. If let's see, if we wanted, is there anyone here that can drive the Genger, even though it's far slower than our normal transport vehicles, but could practically follow us up to uh the border town that we're going to?
Well, assuming that Fizz doesn't die from whatever she did to him, and assuming he's in okay health, he could probably drive the Ganger.
Okay. Sounds good.
He could definitely do it.
Gax chimes
Right.
in.
Okay. Sounds like we have ourselves a plan. Um, if we wanted to wait for him to wake up from his little nap and prep and get the ship ready and bring the gas inside or whatever the hell we need to do otherwise. Um, Good to go. Anyone else need anything?
Well, you people start getting ready. If anybody needs to do anything, now would be the time. Fizz
We're still outside.
is asleep for about 4 hours, putting you at right about noon, which means that now you have been down on the planet for exactly 1 day, which means that you have exactly 6 days in order to get back to your rendezvous point to get sucked back up, assuming that's what you decide to do, or if anybody is going to be teleported. So
Wasn't that a TV show in the 90s, 7 days?
maybe, I don't know. It sounds like it could be a TV series, but I don't specifically remember it. Um, when Fizz awakens, oh, oh, huh?
He's got the biggest heart on you've ever seen.
Yeah, right.
Oh. Well, obey.
Fizz stands up out of his chair.
Oh my god. It's like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. Grandpa getting whipped out
Holy
of bed.
shit. Well, I'll
Drake,
obey.
Drake
Oh,
hugs it. Drake hugs him so hard, breaks his
Breaks
bones.
his spine back into the chair.
Damn it!
Well, I'm a little stiff. Ooh, a little slow. A little unsteady. But, I don't know. Feeling pretty good.
Do you think you can drive this thing?
Well, yeah, I can drive this thing. Where are we going?
To hell!
Yeah, that sounds about right. All right.
We're going to Galorndon Core, or whatever the hell that place is.
So the now that Fizz is awake, feeling better, the lizard men ask for some help getting all of this fuel piled on to the top of the Ganger. So they're like hoisting these like fuel barrels up and like tying them onto the top.
Are these guys like the Anunnaki? They're lizard men.
I mean, like they are kind of tall and they are lizard guys, so maybe,
They're the Anunnaki. All right.
maybe. So they, if anybody helps them, it of course goes quicker. They hoist the things up and get everything secured, and after a little while, uh, Fizz gets Drake to come help him, and they take this box here, and they open it up, and of course, underneath the box is the helm of the actual helm, you know, the pilot seat of the Genger III. And they have this the lizard men are like setting up this thing. You see it, the pilot seat, it's like looks normal, but then it's got all this other crap around it. And they start like hooking up this apparatus, and it's like this tube. And it comes like down out of the ceiling and like comes down and like sits in front of the thing, and it's basically a like a almost like a periscope.
God.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
So that Fizz can see while he drives.
Yeah,
And
because
then there's
the view screen doesn't work.
yeah, because there's no view screen and there's no windows. It's like it's a spaceship, so there's you can't see. He's not gonna see anything. He's just gonna see a curtain if he's just sitting here.
He
So
has
like
his
yeah,
crew yell down from them watching up
yeah,
top.
right.
Left!
I mean, he's only going
Left!
10 miles per hour, so it kind of doesn't matter. And it's not like there's anything that's not going to move out of your way. And if it wouldn't move out of your way, it probably is not going to be a problem. But yeah. So they hook up this apparatus, and like he gets on the thing, and he's like, there's all this stuff around it that doesn't look like it goes, and then like he hits this thing, and it's like, and like the whole fucking Ganger starts to shake, and it's like, and it like kind of rises a little bit, like he hits this thing, and it's like,
Well, I'll be.
and it's like, it's like making all these crazy noises and stuff, and he's like, oh, well, we're ready to go.
I believe so. What is that, it's been so long since I've watched Star Wars, but like little dudes on the desert planet, and they had that big like giant
Jawas.
Jawas, and their ship,
Sandcrawler.
Sandcrawler. Yeah, that's what I'm imagining.
And that's what you should imagine, because on the outside, that's what's under it is like tread.
Yeah, just rolling tread.
So it's kind of like a tank tread. It just it just slowly starts to roll.
Nice. Well done.
So who's going in the car then?
Well, Mary has a bike, so Mary is going to be on a bike.
Solus will
Okay.
also take his bike for the, you know.
I'll go in a car.
Fizz actually tells you guys,
I think Rumby had a bike too.
just in case, because if you recall, the bikes were down less than half a tank. The car obviously also was not a full tank, so Fizz, he fills you back up. He gets the lizard men to take a barrel and make sure that all the bikes are fueled up and that the armored vehicle is also fueled up.
Cool. Let's make our way.
All right. Well, let's see.
About 75 miles. How fast do our bikes and car go in comparison?
So the bikes, the hell? That was weird. Why is Drake Tungsten on there? The bikes go about
Drake is always there.
about 50 or 60 miles per hour. And the vehicle can definitely keep up with that. So, like hour and a half tops, probably. You figure?
Okay. That'll work.
So, who besides Mary is taking a bike?
Solus will take a bike since he's pretty
Same people
comfortable
that had
using
bikes.
one.
Yeah, I was gonna say Drake. I guess will take the other bike then.
Yeah.
And then is there anyone who is going to stay in the Genger? And just go slow, or is everybody else gonna go in the vehicle?
I mean, Guthix would stay, except for he needs to be like kind of a representative and like speaking man, so he
Right.
shouldn't really be late.
Right.
Filling up. So none of my characters. Grab some OJ one.
Argyle and Anya will stay behind.
Argyle is definitely staying behind somewhere.
No, Argyle is way ahead.
Yeah. No, Argyle is way behind. Anya may be way ahead.
Yeah, that's true.
You're not sure. Let's see. Okay, Drake's gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So everybody else jams into that car. It is a pretty tight fit, but you are able to have everybody else in there. Who's driving?
Romby wants to drive.
Oh shit.
I'll let the party decide if that's a good idea. All right?
Are we talking about the car?
Yes.
The last time Rumby drove, Rumby tried to pop a wheelie, got into a fight with Argyle, and that ended up destroying half of a moon.
I was going to do it again. I don't think this I could pop wheelie in this car.
Yeah, likely not.
But if you do kind of get in an accident with this vehicle, it's very likely that it might just break at this point.
True.
Yeah.
Maybe even
Still going to try
explode.
it.
Rumby dies in a catastrophe of just a car wreck.
It takes
Rumble kills
everybody with
everyone.
him.
The entire game just ends.
It's like, well, I guess we're stuck here on Daart now.
Yeah. All right. Well, then you load up the vehicle, get on your bikes, and begin the journey to Grumsville Core.
Onward.
What did I just do? Oh, I didn't want to do that.
What'd you do?
20. Just roll 20. Being douche. Being picky. All right. It does take you actually takes you about 2 hours to get to Grumsveld Core. But at about the hour and 45-minute mark, you can see the forest is closing in, and sorry, the hills. You start to drive through the hills, and you can see the beginnings of the forest ahead of you.
If anybody looks up, do we see anything up in the sky?
As you get closer to the mountains, yes. Yes. As you get closer to this large mountain, you definitely see dragons high in the sky, very in the distant, like almost specks, but oh, they're there. Faux show.
So they are.
So, as you approach as you kind of go through the foothills and approach the forest, are you going to? We're going to slow down before you get into the trees. You can see that the road, the path, goes into the forest, and up ahead, you don't see a city, but you see just like all the trees of the forest and like the dense canopy. And then there's a hole where the street is, and the road. And it's almost like it's almost like the forest is just like a solid wall. And there's like a archway, a hole in this solid wall of foliage.
Like what's behind me?
Yeah, sure. So,
So Mary on the bike
mhm,
is basically taking up station behind. She's gonna
okay,
keep pace with the vehicle and be behind the vehicle at pretty much the entire time.
right. Obviously, the Genger's way far back. So, all right. So Mary is going behind. Drake, I guess, is gonna kind of stay he's gonna stay to the right of the front of the vehicle. Where's Solus gonna position himself?
Well, I guess if Drake is going to be on the right, then I'll be on the left.
Okay. So then Drake and Guthix kind of flank the vehicle. Does Rumby slow down?
Does Rumby ever slow down?
I don't know. You tell me.
No.
Sometimes Rumby acts slow. Actually, usually Rumby acts slow.
Rumby's going to the end of the universe.
Yeah, we know that.
Rumby's probably pretending this is his forklift.
Right.
Rumby's thinking that everything's autopilot right now.
Well, he wouldn't be thinking that because he's driving the car. So.
Yeah, but he thinks like it's driving itself.
Oh. Well, then I guess he stops because if he takes his foot off the gas, then the car just kind of stops at the
He's figuring it out.
I guess we should stop too.
All right. Slow down to a crawl and look over.
So you can you can see you can actually see the forest. It is
Through the
right,
trees.
It's right there.
Through the trees.
Through the trees. The forest. Strange noises are coming from in there.
Pretty wicked looking forest.
Drake looks over at Guthix, or I mean Solus, and he's like, got a bad feeling about this.
You think so? I'm kind of excited.
I don't know. Pretty weird. You think we should go?
Hey, Rumby, is everything all right with the car? You got a handle on it?
I step on the gas really hard.
I'll take that as a yes. And then follow along.
Okay. So Rumby steps on the gas hard, and the car jerks forward, like whiplashing like everybody who's inside the vehicle, and startling them. Gigi is cursing at Rumby now. She's like, "What are you doing?" She's like screaming. The the car speeds ahead, but it only gets about 20 feet before something goes. This log with spikes sticking out of it comes up out of the ground right in front of the car. The spikes stick into the front tires and like they pop immediately. The car smashes into the front. Everybody gets thrown forward. Anybody who's in the car, make a saving throw versus death ray.
Versus Death Ray.
Mm-hmm.
Alternatively, can I make an acrobatics check?
I would say that you could if you weren't packed so tightly in the car. that
Look at
it's
all.
probably impossible to
boy.
actually do
Oh my
acrobatics.
god. Thiwar, Guthix is done. Rumby's okay. Jesus. No, nobody's having a good time. Nobody's having a good time at all.
Everybody that failed their saving throw received 2 damage, and your neck be hurting now.
Please note that Rumby is still pushing on the gas.
Okay. Well, the car's not doing anything at this point. It's actually making this horrible sound. Obviously, Drake stops and like looks back, and he's like, "What the hell?"
Oh, looks like the excitement is starting early.
I hit the brake really hard.
Yeah, nothing happens. The car's not in motion
Already
anymore.
stopped.
So, yeah. Gigi actually opens the door and just gets out. She's like, "Well, that's a bust."
Okay. Well, I guess we're walking from here.
Yeah, does the forest get more dense from here, or is it still fairly open?
There is a path through the forest, but it's a very like it's dense to the sides for sure. Uh
Mhm.
what do
Yeah.
you think?
Yeah, I mean, Guthix is going to get out of the car. I may suggest riding tandem on the bikes that we do have. I guess people are just going to have to walk the rest of the way for the rest of the party.
I don't know if that's gonna be a thing. And Drake jumps off of his bike. Mary and Solus realize that there are vines now wrapping up around their bikes
Oh, so
from the
Mary will
forest floor.
jump too.
So like Mary jumps off of her bike. What about Solus?
Like a lot of vines, or
Yeah, it almost looks like you know how like Guthix entangle
like
spell.
entangle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably the closest thing that Solus would equate it to.
Okay. Then yeah, Solus is going to do the same.
Okay, he like jumps off, and the vines kind of like wrap around the bike. They just seem to kind of wrap around through the spokes of the wheels and like around the bike and just kind of don't completely cover it, but seem to have made it immobile.
It
I
looks like
see.
it looks
We're
like they
walking.
don't want us to drive in, apparently.
Suppose that makes some amount of sense.
I can't say that I blame them, Zemeth says. These vehicles are quite dirty.
It's not very nature friendly, that's for sure.
I just hope I can get my bike back. I was planning on taking it with me.
Me too.
I like it.
Perhaps on the way out then.
Marching
Okay.
forward then.
Yeah, as long as everyone's okay. Got some walking to do.
10 sessions
Well,
later.
I don't know if I'm okay, but I suppose I can walk. And Gigi Shoots Rumby another like death glance.
10 sessions later, and Rumby's piloting a dragon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Right.
for certain.
So, what is the general order? I guess, just so that I kind of have an idea. Who's kind of it's a large group, so you don't have to give me an exact order, but just kind of who's up front, who's in the middle, who's back in the back.
I would say my characters are kind of frontmen. So
I'd be middle.
Barry's probably closer to the back.
Okay. What about Ren and Rumby?
Ren will stay to the back.
Okay, Ren to the back. Rumby? He's just sitting in that car. Well, if he ever gets out of the car, he'll be in the back.
he's still trying to slam on the gas and on the brakes. And...
Exactly. Alternately, yeah. So, you begin to walk through the forest, and as the forest gets denser, the sounds of the nature in this forest are unusual, kind of unnerving. They're echoey. It becomes very, very dark in here. It really is almost like you're walking through a tunnel made of trees and leaves and plant life. Finally, you walk maybe about a quarter of a mile. Your vehicles are now out of sight. And you hear a voice. What do you want?
Who goes there?
Right.
Your mother smells of elderberries.
Yes, exactly.
Hello, we are travelers, and we were hoping to do business, perhaps trade, and discuss perhaps some uh, a magic ritual, if other parties should be interested. Who am I speaking to? Who?
You come to do business with us? You speak
Business.
you speak of a magic ritual?
Correct.
What does this have to do with my people?
Well, I was hoping that we could offer you something, if not material, then knowledge. My name is Guthix. I am a practiced druid from another world, and perhaps we could exchange information to our mutual benefit.
Let's just exchange phone numbers.
Yeah.
So we can keep
ASL,
in
you know.
touch.
Yeah,
Check
yeah.
yes or no, please.
So you you state your business, and kind of out of the center of the path, maybe about 50 yards ahead of you, this kind of like leafy thing starts to kind of form and kind of like grow up out of the foliage of the path. And you see this fella here.
Oh, that's cool.
And yeah.
That's definitely main character. Main character energy.
Main character energy.
Yeah.
No,
He's got
no,
mad main character
no,
energy.
no, this is the guy that's gonna die first.
The divers.
Hell.
This is the guy that you kill his dog.
Guthix goes ahead and bows out of reverence, and seeing such, Solus will do the same and probably gesture to everyone else to follow.
So everybody kind of walks up and doing a little bow or a little kind of thing, and the guy says, "My name is Ashk."
Ash Ketchum.
There's a K on the end. Ashk.
Yeah, Ash Ketchum.
Ashk.
That's his
Ashk.
last name, Etchum.
Yeah, Ashk, and you shall receive.
Do you happen to know someone by the name of Tipikai Elf? It is a pleasure to meet you, Ashk. This is my party. And from what I understand, typically you're not fond of outsiders, and I will try to respect that, and us in the same.
All right. Be at peace in our forest. Respect it and our people, and we should not have any problems. Follow me closely. Do not stray into the forest. I will not be able to protect you.
But then we hear Morgan Freeman. But there were problems. They did. They did stray.
There were problems.
But there were
They did
problems.
stray.
They did
They did.
stray away from the path, walked into the forest,
It will never
and
seen
things
again.
did not go well. Yeah, pretty much.
Well, this forest is so dense that I'm not sure how well we could stray even if we tried. But yes.
I do not control the forest. The gods of the forest control it. Do not anger them. Again, follow me closely. Be at peace in your thoughts, in your actions.
Rumby's fucked.
Yeah, right. If you do these things, then you will make it to Grumsfeld core alive.
Okay.
As you see, Ashk turns back around, and there's kind of this like shh, and he kind of just like floats along the canopy of the forest. Like it doesn't even look like he's walking, he's just kind of like floats along it, and in this very like smooth way, and you can just kind of hear like the plants kind of ruffling. If you look close, there's almost not a line between him and the forest. It's pretty weird.
Cool.
I assume everybody kind of follows him closely and
Yeah.
heeds his direction for the most part. You walk for maybe about another half hour until finally you can start to see in the distance, it looks like the trees are buildings. They're like massive. Like the trees are like, you know, 30 foot around basically. Like big, thick trunks. The thickest trunks you've ever seen. And
Except for Drake's.
yeah, except for Drake's, of course. And maybe Jake, but he's not here, so. You can see that it looks like an odd city in a way. It's bizarre. And you can see the glinting of elf eyes, the occasional horn or antler kind of behind a tree that you think you catch, but you never really quite see them. They're all kind of just out of your vision. He takes you to a central area, a clearing, where stands one massive tree in the center of this clearing. It's the biggest tree that you have ever seen. In fact, it goes high above the canopy. This tree might be 500 feet tall. Like, it's huge. Ash slides up in front of the tree and then kind of turns around. Now, present me with your requests for trade, for knowledge, for this ritual. Speak, Guthix, and tell me.
Well, our original intention coming here was primarily for this magic ritual. For you see, we have lost a party member in our travels, and we were attempting to locate her in any means possible. Now, back on my home planet, in much similar fashion, perhaps not quite as impressive as your Grumveld core here, but I lived with woodland folk much the same. And my experience and my spiritual growth led me to the possible conclusion that we could locate a general sense, direction, location of our lost party member. We also come to this planet on a secondary quest where we are retrieving something that was lost to us, and we have found it. It will probably, given the nature of our transportation here being halted, it will most definitely not uh, intrude on your domicile, is for certain. But we do need help getting it off the planet, given the unique nature. Uh, in terms of trade, uh, personally, I was hoping to learn more about your culture and people, your magical practices, and in turn, potentially sharing information with you as well of my experiences and my magical knowledge. If there's anything that we can offer materially, although I'm not certain uh, how important that is uh, to your people, uh, by all means.
I think that I understand your request about getting something off the planet. Though I don't know if we could help you. What I am confused about is your ritual. How do you think we will be able to help you? What was your plan?
Well, unfortunately, just before we came here, I apologize, but I am still in grieving, for I have lost a very valuable friend uh, that was really key to this ritual. His name was Sarth. He was a nature spirit that accompanied me uh, all the way back from my home planet. But
Yes,
he,
I can smell him on you.
interesting. But he gave insight that, along with our member here, Zemeth, behind me, we would need to establish this ritual on a planet that had a natural connection. Uh, and it has been quite a while, perhaps since we had left our homeworld, even, that we've been able to find a planet of sustainable uh, process for this ritual. It just so happened that Daart also be the planet that also had our secondary purpose of recovering our lost. Uh, it is a ship that we are trying to get off the planet. But regardless, knowing briefly about what we need for this ritual led us here, and knowing that you are very naturally connected, we were hoping that we could convince you to aid us in this process.
Ashk slides forward to Guthix. Like all the way forward to Guthix. Gets right up to Guthix. Grabs his robes. And
Fuck you, buddy.
and pulls his robes open to reveal his chest.
Okay.
Everyone, including Guthix, is surprised to see that on Guthix's pale skin on his chest, there is now a large purple star, like almost like a birthmark, that's like right over like his heart, like all across his chest. And it's kind of shaped in the way that Sarth would shape when he was kind of like wrapped around Guthix's skin.
Interesting.
You carry a piece of your friend with you. Guthix, join me in the tree. And he like takes your hand. And you can see as he like puts his hand out, there's like all these like little vines like growing all around it and stuff. They're like all moving. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but in the picture there's a bird, and that bird has been constantly like flying around his head. It's like a little hummingbird type thing. Its wings are moving like super fast, and it's kind of like going around his head. And you can see all the stuff on him is like all like moving and like crinkly and like weird.
Dude, we're gonna lose
Oh,
Guthix.
there he is.
Guthix ain't gonna want to leave this place. He's gonna be like,
Yeah, it's pretty,
nah,
it's
I'm
pretty
done.
sweet.
Do you take his hand?
I do.
When you take his hand, you slide with him all the way back to the tree. And then hand in hand, the rest of the party sees Guthix and Ashk just kind of meld into the tree and kind of like disappear into the tree. And next time on Up, Up, and Away, Volume 3. What the hell is going to happen?
There's gonna
The-
be we're just gonna be sitting there for like the next 3 hours just waiting.
right. Just waiting.
Just the entire game, just kind of
Just
sitting here.
waiting for Guthix to suck Ashk off in this tree. Okay, now that we've got some privacy, you know what you gotta do, boy. If you want our help. Yeah. Well, we're like.
Feel like a pig boy.
You know
Guthix would
what
probably
though?
be into that.
I don't know if that reads as porn anymore. Because that was so long ago that like that cheesy music was like porn music hasn't sounded like that since the 70s.
No.
So does that even read as
no,
porn anymore,
no,
or
I
does
think
that only to us?
I think
I
it
mean,
more
I
reads like
got it.
Seinfeld.
Mhm, yeah.
Yeah, right.
I think it's like
Jerry!
Seinfeld Fire Temple.
Right. That's
Jerry,
funny.
you're not gonna believe this.
Jerry! Oh my
We just
gosh.
arrived in the Elven Cold. Now they want to have gay sex.
Yes.
Ugh.
So anyway,
But
next
I don't want to
time.
be a gay elf.
That's right. Yeah. I think we could spin this gay elf thing some other way.
I don't know how I feel about this cream, right? We just got here. We just met these people.
No, you get to the tree. Newman.
Yeah. I don't even know what I was going to say about next time because I have no idea what's going to happen next time. Next time there's some shit in a forest and maybe the elves are going to be able to help them and who knows.
Or Seinfeld references. Who knows?
Exactly. But yeah, yes, good stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
Damn it. That dragon. Oops. That dragon's just
Yeah.
the hat. It's just
With the hat.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure what's on his behind now.
I think it's the head of a penis maybe, but the audience can't see it now because I've already switched
Yeah, what
over
is
to the other
I
thing.
assume Garrett drew that, right?
What's that?
Garrett or
Yeah.
drew that?
The initial dragon, yes. And
Well, the initial
guy with the
dragon.
sword.
But what the hell is coming out of his ass?
Oh, that I don't know.
Yeah.
That one wasn't me.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure about that one either. Hard to say. So, speaking about things that are hard to say, what are the elves gonna do? What are you gonna do? Who knows? Find out next time. Up, Up, and Away. Our Dungeons and Dragons game. There'll probably be a lot more action, and hopefully we'll be a lot more awake or energetic. And, things will be good.
Yeah, what he said.
And if we're not all here, then of course, we'll just bust on into that mega dungeon. Also, don't forget, if you're still here, that we've got our Planescape campaign coming. That's gonna hit the airwaves right here on YouTube Saturday the 27th. Isn't that what we figured? Because we're playing on the 20th, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so the 27th is when that's gonna premiere. So look forward to that. That's going to be a Castles and Crusades Planescape game with Dan and Cameron and Garrett and myself. Of course, we're going to be here every Wednesday doing either this game that you just watched or Mega Dungeon if one of us is unavailable. But hopefully we're all here.
Yeah, we're just gonna repeat this exact same game
Not this exact same.
every single time.
Yeah. That would be weird. That'd be really weird. Anyway, hopefully Roll20 gets its act together because it's been really pissing us off. And I don't know, anything else, guys? Well then,
I don't think so.
we've been the Dix in the Dark. We've been playing Dungeons and Dragons, and we'll see you real soon next time. Bye.
Rolls and rockets.